To begin with, I have the most important ingredient that we need for the dish, and that is drumstick leaf. I have taken here about 1.5 cup of drumstick leaves and I have washed it thoroughly. You can find this in any Asian supermarket. If you live in US, you can go to the nearest Chinese supermarket and very easily you can find it in the vegetable section. I don't know what's it called in Chinese, but believe me, you can very easily find it there. And along with this, I'll be using some vegetables. I have taken here just 3 kinds of vegetable, and I have here some okra, some pumpkin and some eggplant, and I have cut into really small pieces so that it gets a little mashed up along with the salt. Now there is absolutely no proper quantity of vegetable that you can add it to the dish. You can take any vegetable of your choice and you can take it any quantity of your like. I have taken here about 2 tablespoons of eggplant and about 3 tablespoons of tiny pieces of pumpkin and about a 1/4 cup of okra. So that's it. If you wish, you can add potatoes, raw bananas, any kind of gourd, be it bottle gourd or rich gourd. So it's absolutely to your choice. So that's it. We have the 2 main ingredients. So let's start. I have heated here about 2 tablespoons of mustard oil. Oil is hot. To this I'm adding 1 dried whole red chili and about a teaspoon of panch phoron. Let the seeds splutter, and then I'll add some chopped up onion. Seeds are done. Now to this I'm adding a small onion which I have chopped roughly. If you wish, you can add more onion. It's up to your taste. Some people like it with lots of onion, but today I have added, this would be about 2 to 3 tablespoons of chopped up onion. That's it, because I'm making it in very small quantity. And once the onion gets a little fried up, I'll add the crushed up garlic to it. I'm adding here just a pinch of salt just to ensure that the onion is getting soft quickly. Onion is done. Now to this I'm adding 1 teaspoon of crushed garlic, and after adding garlic you don't have to fry it for long. It takes merely for the crushed up garlic to get a little browned up. So this is done. Now to this I'm adding all the vegetables, the 3 kinds of vegetables. So goes okra, eggplant and the pumpkin. If you wish, you can add butternut squash. Now I'm going to give it a good stir and add just again a pinch of salt, because the quantity is really very less. After adding salt, I'm going to give it a stir along with about a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. So give it a stir, and now I'm going to cover the lid and let it cook on low heat for about 5 minutes. Goes the lid. After 5 minutes, open the lid. The vegetables are almost cooked and it's a little fried up in the oil. Now to this I'm adding the drumstick leaves. After adding the leaves, I'm going to give it a stir, and I'm going to add just a pinch of salt, because I have already added 2 pinches of salt while cooking the vegetable. So this pinch of salt will be the final seasoning, since the quantity of the dish I'm making is quite less. So a pinch of salt will take care of it. By the time the dish is done, it's going to shrink even more. So give it a stir, and if you are making it in a bigger quantity, in that case once you add salt, the drumstick leaves will ooze out moisture, so you can cook the leaves in its own juice or own moisture. But today, since I'm making it in very less quantity, I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water, and then I'm going to cook it further. I'll be adding about a 1/4 cup of water, and then I'm going to cover the lid and let it cook so that the vegetable and the saag become very tender. Some people add a little milk while cooking drumstick leaves, but I'm just going to add a little water and that would take care of it. So I added about a quarter cup of water. Now I'm going to give it a good stir and I'm going to cover the lid and let it cook on low heat for about 5 minutes covered. And by the time the dish would be ready, the vegetables will be a little mashed up and the saag or the drumstick leaves will be nice and tender. So that's it. Goes the lid now. After 5 minutes, open the lid. You can see here the vegetable is quite mashed up and the drumstick leaves are quite soft now. But I find it a little more soggy. It has a little moisture, so I'm going to dry it up a little. I'm going to bring the heat to medium and stir it for about a minute till the moisture dries up a little, and then I'm going to serve it. Some people like to add some grated coconut at this point, but I'm not quite fond of coconut, so I'm not going to add it today. As you can see, it has dried up a little. So this is it. This dish is ready. I'm going to serve it now. Saga Bhaja is ready. We love this recipe along with the rice meal. Do try this dish and share your comments and your suggestions. We will meet next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Till then, bye-bye.